Hi, this is Jackie Fowler in the PLA program at Marylhurst University. I'm with Carleen Walsh. Hi, Carleen.
Hi, Jackie.
Carleen is working on her interdisciplinary studies degree at Marylhurst, and not too long ago finished her PLA portfolio of 45 credits. Congratulations!
Thank you.
So thank you so much for doing a video for us and talking to us about your experience in PLA.
You bet.
Tell us a little bit about, if you can even remember, the topics that you wrote for. What were
well, I had a previous career in court reporting, so a lot of my topics were from my previous career in litigation, and because I worked directly in the courtroom and criminal justice. But then also what I'm working on, my degree, eventually a degree in education, and so, and I'm currently working in the field of education, so some of my topics or essays were on education and...
Were they like early childhood education?
Correct. Observation and guidance, environment and curriculum. And then also some of my experience in extracurricular activities as far as backpacking.
Recreational,
And I've been in several Bible studies and stuff. And so one of them was on the New Testament. And so it's kind of a wide range of different things.
That's great. That really showed that you had credits that were going to all different areas of your degree plan.
Exactly. And that was the nice thing. And even things that I wasn't so sure I was...
that you had the learning for?
Exactly. Like interpersonal communication and effective listening. But once I got into it, I'm like, well...
Of course, because of all your court reporting.
Exactly.
And so I'm really interested that because you're changing out of the courtroom or legal side, that you were able to use that in your degree. Now, did that all go fit into your electives, or was that
electives?
Yeah, that's great. Yes. Yeah. I'm really glad you're able to do that.
Yeah.
So, it sounds like you have a lot of related essays. So you had kind of chunks of topics.
That's exactly right. When I get on one subject, I kind of kept it up on whatever essay I could write on in that area. And then I switch gears to a new thing. Was there an essay or a topic that you liked better than others? What was the most satisfying? You know, looking back, I think they were all satisfying just because once I got into writing on an essay, it just brought back so many memories and realized how much I knew about the topic. And I don't think I knew that much before writing it. And so they all kind of have a little different specialness for me.
Special thing for you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people come in not really understanding the extent that they know a topic, like the depth of it. Is there anything in particular that you can, if you can remember, it's been a while, any strategies you used to find out what you learned? I mean, what was your writing process like that helped you go that deep?
Well, luckily I did save a lot of information, like from court reporting. I had old transcripts and all my stuff from that. And then as recently working in the school and stuff, I had information. So I took stuff that I had personally and also got online and checked the textbook that was necessary for that class. And so I did get the textbook and read through that, and so that was very helpful.
Did your chronologue come in handy for that? Did you go back to your chronologue?
I did. I remember doing that too.
Because were you still court reporting when you did PLA?
No, I was...
You'd already left that.
Right, exactly.
Wow. Yeah. You had to go back.
I did, and I was... it was just kind of funny because my husband always said, can we get rid of all this stuff? You don't do this. And no. Yeah, exactly. So there's something to keeping some of that stuff. Yeah.
Well, now hopefully you've used it. You've wrung it out, so hopefully you do it. Mm-hmm. So what are some of the benefits that you think that you really gleaned from PLA that maybe you didn't expect?
I would say the writing, because as I continue my education, I have to do a lot of writing. Yeah. And that was just so helpful on becoming how to write and becoming efficient and more knowledgeable.
You could say good.
Well, it is exciting because I feel like that's my area where I really excel in now as I am taking classes and stuff. And when I have to write a paper and stuff, it all comes back. Because
we hear that a lot, and it really is satisfying for us.
Yeah.
That people think, when they're given a 20-term page, 20-page term paper to write, they say, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And everybody else in the class is freaking out.
And I totally did not feel that way starting out PLA.
Right.
I was like, "Oh no, I can't do this and stuff." And it just, you progress and you get better and better, and obviously after how many did I do?
And not very many write for the full 45 credits, so you did something really extraordinary, because it's not everybody who can do that. Sometimes just they don't have room for it, so that's great. How about any other writing tips or time management tips or research tips? Any tips you have for people who may be watching this?
I do, just because I remember, and it was even as to the last essay that I was writing, as I'd start out, it was a real struggle, and I just didn't know how to start, and thought, well, maybe this isn't the essay for me, maybe I'm in the wrong direction and stuff. And I would come in and read other essays, and then I'd talk, of course, to you and Melanie, and I'm like, okay, I need to get on the right track here. Do you think I can do this and stuff? And you guys would direct me on, well, let's start with this, and I can't even remember how you directed me, but somehow it worked, because once I got on a roll of writing, then I could do it. But the beginning process for each of these essays was really a struggle, just because starting. So
a tip would be to do it in collaboration with your PLA instructor, or maybe another person in the class, because you were doing peer review while you were in LRN 305.
Yeah, and that was helpful too.
Just having someone else to bounce your ideas off of.
Exactly. Yeah. And to hear how they're working through their essay and what they're doing and stuff, and that was helpful.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, I know you were working during this. How was time management? Did you have any tips or obstacles around that?
Well, I hit it really hard in the summer because I was working with the school district, and and so I had summers off, and I did as much as I could, and the nice thing about it, I remember even being on vacation and still being able to work through it, and
oh, cool.
Yeah, we'd go someplace and have a cabin or something, and I just remember I'd set aside time even on the vacation, just a little bit, so I'd stay with it. If I left it too long, it was hard to get back into it.
Yeah, we have found that's true too.
Yeah, so I really needed to just stick with it and be disciplined, and it worked.
That's great. Anything else you want to say about your experience in the PLA program?
I just remember coming to the intro to PLA and thinking, well,
that's a long time ago.
It was, and thinking, I don't know if that's for me, and and then now looking at it, the money I saved and all those credits, and that they transfer over if I wanted to, and it's well worth it. And
that's great.
I just felt. And then sometimes I'd write an essay and I'd hit it so hard, but I'd do it in a short amount of time, and I thought, I just earned 3 or 4 credits in a couple weeks, or whatever it was, so you could do that, which is unlike taking a regular class. So it was well worth it.
Great. And plus you were writing about something you already knew, so why sit through a class on something you already know? And probably could teach, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Carleen. Congratulations on your 45 credits.
Thank you.
How soon before you graduate?
I'm looking at the end of this year.
Yay!
So.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.